Hey, friends.
Look right here.
Oh, there I am.
Hi.
Hello. We're adjusting the lights.
We're a little bit late. Technology, trying to set stuff up.
It's always hard to get the lighting situation correct.
I know.
There we go. It's a little bit better-ish. How's everybody doing? What'd everybody do today? Tell you, I talked to my mom today, and that's always kind of an adventure. Let's see. I'm trying to read the comments here. Let's see. Hello, Nancy from Central Oregon. Hello, Patty. Hello, Lisa. How's everybody doing out there? We are doing pretty good. We've got 2 cameras set up. I don't know where to even look. There's too many. I need a thing that's like, when I did the videos for Craftsy, they had this person's face. I think it was Ryan Gosling, where they took the eyes out of it, so that when you were doing when you had to, because there were so many cameras everywhere to look at, they're like, okay, so you look at the one that has Ryan's eyes, and then that's the one they would tape it, and his eyes were bored out with.
Giveaway?
Oh, that's a good idea.
Mm-hmm.
It's a nice giveaway.
So what we did with Kate. Hi, everybody. We're practicing using our StreamYard giveaway tool, and when we were in Fresno, Kate showed us to show the gift first, and then show people what they need to comment, so their comments can be coming in the whole time we're live, and then we pull the comment, we pull the winner at the very end. So this is what we're going to show, or this is what we're giving away. Is one of
our kits.
This is an old kit. We'll show it better when we flip the camera, but this is our cicada kit from a while ago, and I have like the one left that's like back stock, so we can give this away. So this is what our
Oh, you're going to show it. So what you do,
you type this in. You type
gift.
this in the comments. You type #gift.
Is it showing up on there?
All lowercase. It's on the
on
the computer. Now. So you type in #gift in the comments on YouTube or Facebook or whatever, and then StreamYard at the end will pull a comment for the winner. So I'll keep this up for a little bit. I'll keep it up the whole time, and people, you guys can comment the whole time.
And then what it does,
all lowercase, no spaces.
Yeah, don't put any spaces.
You have to type it exactly as it is on the screen in the corner here.
Read it otherwise.
And then we'll have a winner.
So when you put it in, it pulls. It picks from the
we'll show
all the comments. So from YouTube, Facebook, and pretty much everywhere. So yeah, how much is that one? That one's a good one.
That was one of our expensive ones.
Yeah, that was an expensive one.
We've held on to it for a long time.
Oh yeah.
That very last one.
And a bunch of pearls in there. And you know what else? That beautiful amethyst, and I'm not sure how they got that with ametrine, maybe. It's really pretty. And it looks like some opal, yellow opal. Not yellow opal.
We can flip the camera and show people in detail if you're ready. All right, y'all.
Azalea wants
to move it over in the frame first.
Oh, but I wanted to show this is the project.
That's what you show that on the left camera.
Yeah, but show that I'm wearing it.
People can still see you.
No, they can see me?
Yes.
All right. This is what we're making today.
And you'll be able to see it even better when we flip the camera over to or when we switch to this camera.
All right.
There you go.
Can you find me the thing that's...
Hello, everybody.
Maybe I'd pick something else.
What are you trying to do here? This is good. Keep that in frame.
But it's too...
No, it's not. Look at the camera. You got it. Looks good. What do you guys think? Does it look good? I know, technically, we're figuring it out, aren't we? Finally.
Every day. Something new. Okay, so this is a big bronze cicada. Look at all that cheddar. So this is on the giveaway today. These are my favorite. They were like an amethyst blend. You know how amethyst has different, sometimes a stone grows together. Thank you. You're adjusting it for me. I was just using some of these. Oh, I've hardened the fray check balls on my finger. It's like rubber cement. So this is what's in there. Apatite, this kind of light blue jasper. I think it's a type of a picture jasper. This I'm pretty crazy about. That's a type of. They said it was a beryl, like the same material that emerald, but it's purple and it's not dyed. I questioned them closely. Said, "Are you sure this is not dyed? Because that's pretty awesome. See how's that flash? That's not amethyst. Doesn't usually have that, and emerald doesn't usually have that. But it's in the beryl family. They're calling it trade name is purple emerald, but you know, obviously when you say emerald, people think green, but it's in the beryl family. Oh, rice pearls. Are they in your favorite? Good. They're in mine too. These are actually
I
from.
love rice pearls.
This is actually good because look at all that cheddar you get in there. Look at all that. These are middle drilled. This is particularly good because these are excellent on a thread necklace. Super good because the string runs through the middle. This is vertical drill. Great quality. These are from the 80s. My friend Joanne, her uncle had a store. Maybe it was in Venice Beach or Santa Monica, but it didn't stay open for very long. That's where those are from. So she went out. Oh, yellow opal, morganite on those. So a good blend, a nice blend. So that's in our giveaway. Type in hashtag all lowercase gift. We're going to test it out and see. We did it on when we were in Fresno, and it seemed to work pretty well. So we're going to try it again. We checked our internet connection. Looked like there was a storm rolling in. So hopefully we still get internet. All right, we will be. Lee says, do I have any of those strands to sell separately? That's a good idea. I have a big container of them. I never considered selling them separately. I just thought people would like them in kits. But maybe we'll do that. It's a good idea.
We can do both for sure.
Yeah, we could do both. Oh, I have not seen all of these comments. Hello, Gumnut. Hello, Debbie.
Maybe
Hello, Cecilia.
I can make everything a little bit bigger.
Okay, so let me show it again. All right, so I made this a few days ago. For those of y'all that remember the 90s, well, I won't be able to see the
I
comments
know.
then.
It just made it small. Look how tiny it made it.
Oh, Pat says it's storming big time in Charlotte. Ugh, I don't want it to storm over here and fall. I don't want anything to fall down on the house. So anyway, I've been hanging on to these. They're black opal, but it's pretty subtle. I don't know if you can even see it. It has a little bit of flash. I tend to like the more ultra flashy like this. These are the most expensive opals of my life. Check this cheddar out.
Cheddar.
Oh my gosh. I know, this is not a cheap date right there. I don't know what I was thinking about, except that I wanted it. That was from the Dragon's Hoard.
Dragon board, y'all.
So this is what we're gonna play around with. So again, it's a knotting technique. Y'all know that I despise knotting when I have to measure out anything. You know I hate that story. So if you're like me, then you'll want to try this technique out. If you watched my previous videos, then you will know that I like to double strand it. And the reason I like to do that is so that you can avoid, I mean, not completely. There will be times when you will make a gap. Say you don't pull it tight and the loop has a teeny little loop on the end, and you don't catch it. And then later when you're wearing it, it pops free and then you have like a millimeter or so. That's a very trying thing to happen. And I'll cut a necklace up to avoid that because it just makes me crazy. All right, so we have this kit. I think Azalea, she put a discount on it.
This is called our Brisk Autumn Breeze.
It has corn. This is one of my new things that I made. It's in brass, little pendant. And these are all the beautiful beads in there. They're pretty. Let's dump them out so you can really see them. This Velux blanket is only okay as my background. I miss my piece of what you call it, felted material. I want that. Oh, sorry. Azalea, can you go get that, or I'll just get it.
What do you need?
I want this piece here. I don't like that bland.
I don't know what she means when she says piece.
This piece.
Well, oh.
My piece. Might as well stand, right? See what I'm doing? know, isn't that pretty? There's supposed to be a scarf, but I never wear it as a scarf, like ever. Huh. Delightful. Okay, here we are back again. Is the necklace a kit's? Asked Karen. This is like a project. It doesn't come with, this one particularly does not come with thread. So it's this with a brass pendant and all this goodness. What I have here is moonstone. Let me pour it out so you can really see it. So I went and I found the most ultra high grade goods I could find, especially with this rutilated quartz. It's very delightful and sparkly. Oh, I see our friend June Fujimoto. Hi, June. Oh, Nancy says, I'm currently doing my first knotted necklace with this kit using your technique. Oh, good. You'll learn another one. You'll learn another one right now. So I'm going to show you that you can use, I've separated it here. Let me see, like this color and this color is pretty nice. So you can use, so this is micro, and this one's regular. No, this is also micro. I don't need it that thin. I like it. If I can get away with, the thicker I can get away with, the better. All right, this one is this is the normal size. I guess you call this standard, regular. You know what that's called? Regular, I guess. I don't know.
Medium, I would assume.
Medium, possibly. So I'm going to use two. So here's what you do. I have one already prepped and ready to go, but I'm going to show it again. So you take the two pieces. They can both be different sizes. The key is that it fits through your beads. Whenever I'm picking beads for kits and things, I like to make sure that they have nice wide holes. I want to be able to drive a truck through them, if you know what I'm saying. Where'd that fray check get to? There's so much stuff over here. Here it is. So this is my favorite fray check. It's in, they sell it in bottles that I guess you use for eye things, but they're reminding you that this is not by Zine, actually. I guess that was a problem. So you can use plastic. In fact, I'm going to do it right now. If Kalite is out there, I know she probably don't love the feeling of plastic. Oh, and this was on my thing here. Check this out. These are Anne Gardan's pieces. I got these in Tucson. I had them laid out. We'll put them right there. Anne has live sales as well. Look at these. So I got these for earrings. That's what I bought these for in these sets. But you know what I'm going to do with this? Here's another one. Man, I got the ADHD today. All right, I'm going to just get focused on one thing at a time. I'm going to show this in a minute, and I'll show it in a second. I'm getting too many things in my mind. One thing at a time, people. One thing at a time. All right, I'm straightening this up. Here's my piece of plastic. Kalite could hear me thinking about her. So you can use any kind of glue that is alcohol based because you want it to dry fast. You don't want to stand around with your teeth in your mouth waiting for this to dry, or use something that's not going to actually get stiff. Like rubber cement won't get stiff. Some super glues will not get stiff. Okay, so this, if you don't want to use your fingers, but this glue, it doesn't, how do I say this? It's not like Zam or Zap where it will take your skin off. It's not a super glue. It's kind of like a very gentle glue.
People use it on fabric. That's why it's called fray check.
So that's what you do. I don't know if you can see that, but that's two pieces together, and I've got them coated with the fray check. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to lean these over the edge of the table, and I'm going to let those dry. Hey, you know what, Kalite? You're right. That didn't get on my fingers, so that's a nice. I already had it from doing the other one that I did about 20 minutes or so ago. But it will evaporate, so put the cap back on. All right, I did this a few minutes ago. These are pre-done, so we can move a little quicker. See that? Here we go. So I generally do, what is this, 8 inches or so, maybe longer. And the reason is this will get kind of chewed up as you're putting beads through. So to avoid that, you want to do this little thing here. Is as you're going, if it gets frayed out and it doesn't want to go through the beads, you can trim a little bit off and do it at an angle. See, that's like 2 millimeters I took off there. So when you're working with this type of necklace, where'd the sample go? Where'd the sample get to? Oh, here it is. You kind of have to plan ahead a little bit, especially when you have net beads of different sizes. Kalite says, your inner child loves rubbing off the dried glue. My inner child, my current myself.
Your current self.
My current self loves it. That's actually pretty true. So when you're working this, you want to get all the beads. All your beads have to be put on the thread first. This is, I guess, the disadvantage of using the 2-thread method is you can't just add as you go, because adding as you go means you have to get out enough thread and cut it so that it's you're putting it on piece by piece and then knotting rather than knotting what has already been strung. So this, you can see, doesn't have a ton of different, it's just black opal and brass charlottes, which is a cornerless cube faceted. You can get those. These are from Thailand, I think. Those are from Thailand. These are gold-plated ones. My friend Jerry from Singaraja sold me those. So what I like to do in this case is do a balance. This, you can see I did not do any particular pattern where I did like 3 and then 3. I did this where it was more like 5, 3, and then this one. And then I did different lengths. I was experimenting to see what kind of flow I would get. I didn't want something that was so much of a pattern that you sat there and it became kind of boring to look at. The eye loves pattern and it looks for it. So sometimes if you see something that has a different pattern, it's like, whoa, what's happening? And so you tend to look a little longer. That's my theory, or that's what they taught us in art school anyway. So, oh, this one's a particularly flashy one. These did not have a ton of flash, but they're still pretty. All right, so what I'm going to do is do a kind of a layout here where, let's see. I'm going to scoop these up. I have another one. I put this in, scoop these guys. So this has hessonite garnet, euphorite. I think that's euphorite. There's a quick way to test. Oh, no, that is. Euphorite has a glow to it. You can see here. That's, I don't know if you can see it. You can detect it. It's from Michigan. It's kind of new on the scene. Newish. There you can see a little bit better. It has a little bit of a crazy, like, lava flash. There's a little easier to see it. So that's the euphorite right there. It's also how I play seek and find if there's rubies. There's sunstone, really good quality sunstone. There is gray moonstone. There's aquamarine. Aquamarine is the blue ones in here. Very nice. It's a good blend.
It's fun to put together all those big beads rolling around looking juicy like that.
I love them.
Me too. I love a chunky monkey necklace.
I know, me too. This would make a good treasure necklace as well. We'll leave it right there so you can see it. Or maybe not. We don't need it. All right. Too much distraction. All right. So what I think I'll do, I like a color shift, but you don't have to do that, of course. I tend to string in piles, so this is how I do it myself. From light to dark. That's just the way I like to thread. Everybody's different. This has a kind of a constellation effect when they're on like this. Yes, Sheree says it looks like a bit thing of looks like a big bowl of candy bits. Yes. Oh, Carolyn says I bought a lot of things from Singaraja over the years. Yes, same. Never a cheap date though, huh? Never a cheap date when you start bringing in the sterling. That's when it's expensive. Now, this can be a fun project because when I was working on this, I was like, wouldn't it be good if this was 4 strands like this, maybe even more like this? So initially, that's what I was going to do. It's just like that. Maybe tie a couple spots with a charm, but that's my next one. I think it'll look kind of like a constellation a little bit. Kimberly's asking if you would post the link again.
Yeah, for sure.
And then there's a stone in here that is really beautiful. I started working on, this is my kit that I used. It has, I'm not sure what that one is. It's like a sunstone and iolite mix. I had it written down. It's in the kit section. So around the clasp, I go smaller, a little bit smaller. But this is the type of necklace that you could put the clasp anywhere. And you can see you don't use a ton of beads with this because your thread is a big component of the design. So be mindful of the colors you pick. That's why I kind of picked these colors here. It's kind of a fall palette. Okay, I think I want more of that juicy yellow. Bring in some more of this delightful. All right, so what I'm doing is I'm making a little pile. And then all that's left to do is begin threading. Now I could add some of these cornerless cubes. I set them down. I don't know where they are on the table, so here we are. We'll see. Let's see. So I'm trying to be mindful of this pattern. Or you don't have to do a pattern. You could go big, small. It's really up to you. You could even do it where there's a little bit of a gap between or no gap. This design is going to be kind of like this, though. There'll be a little bit of a gap. And it's kind of fun to kind of play with it, you know? Yeah, I'm loving it so far.
Me too. Those garnets are especially juicy.
The garnet. That's the dark burnt orange color. It's a very saturated, juicy look.
We should hold your little flashlight up to it right there.
Oh, I just did. I showed the Euphorite. Those ones have a real. I need
well,
to.
just
so
not the
here's
iridescence, but the flashlight through it will show the deep color of the garnet. If you wanted to show that,
maybe it's a little too.
Yeah, and then you can see how bright it is.
Yeah,
and it's not like
that's a blue. You can really see the color, so it's not like Because I was like, they look dark, but they're actually a kind of a root beer color.
Root beer.
They're quite beautiful. Very beautiful. So this is getting kind of frayed out. Makes it hard to fit those smaller beads. They'll fit. I checked those bead holes. Although this is the thickest Ceylon I think you can get. Hessonite garnet. Thank you, Lisa. That's the word I was looking for.
Oh, I didn't know you were not thinking of it.
Wasn't I thinking of it? I didn't say it when I was looking at it.
I always remember Hessnite garnet.
Where's the hole? There it is. Okay. And sometimes if it gets like this, I have a little pair of, when it's this thick thread, sometimes you gotta get creative. I've got these little tweezers and you can pull them through just like that. What kind of lamp? That is, what is this called? This has a bunch of different, it has a, I think you can get them on Amazon. I bought this at the gym show, but it has a bunch of different settings, and I use it to, what's this setting? This is the blue one, to help find and seek and find rubies. So rubies will glow like a dark kind of, I don't know, it's not really showing up on screen. Is that showing up? Of how bright that is? Doesn't really show it, but the light should glow like if there was any kind of UV, or it's a UV light that shows it. Like rubies will do it. Let's see. There it is. It's not really showing up on screen. There it is. You can kind of see it there. It fluoresces. There's chromium in it. I looked it up to figure out why it did that, and it's the presence of chromium. So far we have this. I think I'll go and start adding more of a different, maybe I'll do a few more smalls through there. Yeah. I love these two. This is a quartz and it has little flakes of mica. I bought this before that had black tourmaline in it. It was pretty cool. Okay, I'm going to shift focus and get a couple of the big beads in there. So you can see that you can kind of undulate the colors, and it's kind of fun to do that. When we were in Tucson, it was so fun to look around the Holodome. The Holodome, they call it that because it used to be attached to the Holiday Inn, and it was like the biggest tent you've ever seen. Super huge. It's like a football field. And you'd have vendors from all over the world in there. Pretty cool.
That was a lot of fun. We were talking about, do you want to tell people about your idea for Tucson?
We'll have to get,
just briefly the idea.
We were talking about having a little retreat in Tucson.
We tell people as early as we think of it, and then nobody's surprised when we get it set up and ready. Like a retreat, for everybody to come hang out in Tucson.
Lisa says, do you ever go to the January, February shows? Lisa, I've been going to the Tucson shows since I was 21 years old. 22.
That's almost my age.
Yeah, you've been going longer than I have, my dear. I mean, like, you started younger. You started younger. I've been going for over, I'm going to be 50 this year in a couple of months. And I was telling Isaiah, I said, I want a one wheel. And then my friends were like, oh, I see you want to have bodily injury. And I was like, listen, y'all, stop raining on my parade. I used to know how to ride a skateboard in my youth.
I'll hold your hand when you first try it out.
You won't have to hold my hand. Yeah, retreat. We were talking about it. We have a couple of them on our radar that we were thinking about. We had a lot of folks when we were in Fresno that were asking. Oh yeah, San Juan Bautista at the retreat, the beadshop.com retreat, saying, hey, you guys ever do a show in Asheville? And we were like, sure, we want to do that. It sounds like fun.
A retreat in Asheville.
A beautiful time of year would be nice, but it'd probably be top dollar to do it then. I've been researching it, and I found a few locations.
Oh my gosh, a fall Asheville retreat?
Yeah, I don't know if that would be
crazy. It'd be epic though.
Yeah, it'd be pretty epic.
I don't think that they're not gonna raise their price randomly because it's autumn, right? I mean, if we can rent out a place.
No, they do. They raise it. There's peak. It's called peak season. So it's like if you wanted to do one, say you wanted to do a retreat in Joshua Tree, you would not want to do it during the summer.
Maybe
because
if we
you'll fry.
reserve it like super ahead of time, it'll be way cheaper.
It is, but they do have like peak seasons. It's like Tucson. You can go to Tucson and it's dirt cheap the rest of the year round. But when you try to go in the spring, it's going to be like even the grungiest Motel 6 is high dollar.
Agreed.
Well, they're just trying to maximize they're trying to stretch it out so that you can make, because if there's nothing happening the rest of the year, you kind of have to maximize the time you can make money.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
I'm gonna throw in some of this. I love these. They're very luminous. That's a light brown moonstone. They're so perfect. I high graded those like it was my job. Wait, it is my job. So if you have that, I use these little sharp. They don't have to be that sharp. You just need the edge. I don't use the tip of this for that. Pull it through. All right, I'm going to trim off a little bit. See, I'm trimming it when it gets a little bit kind of frayed out and doesn't want to fit through the holes. That's why you want to have a nice long tail, so you have options. All right, so if this were a thread necklace or a treasure necklace, that would be delightful. It's still delightful. Maybe I'll do these. That's so pretty. Love it. So anyway, we were talking about having one in Asheville. We had several of our customers. They were like, "You do it, and we will come." And so then, that was kind of that was a good feeling. Very good. We had people at the San Juan Bautista that were like, "Yeah, there was at least 6 people that were sitting at the table saying they would absolutely join us." So that was pretty cool. So anyway, in the next few months, the first one we'll do is like not practice, but maybe like practice. So kind of like practice. It's a little cool. Let me see if there's a darker brownish color.
Oh, you guys don't forget to comment #gift to enter our giveaway for today to receive one of those cicada kits. For anybody that's joining late, you want to show them one more time?
This is what we're doing in the giveaway at the end. So if you're interested, it comes with 2 full strands of pearls. This big cicada in bronze. All this juicy goodness in there. There's
a brass
purple
cicada.
Brass cicada. I mean, what is it? Amazonite, yellow opal. Just flip it over. Oh, that had a weird name. It was like Mariposite, like a butterfly.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's our giveaway for this evening, you guys, because that's one of our old kits that we've got still, we got like 1 in stock or maybe 2, but we're giving that away today. So we'll announce that winner at the end. But to enter, comment #gift, all lowercase, no spaces.
It has to be specific.
It has to look exactly like how it is on screen right now in the bottom left corner.
And this kit we're using is called, what is this called?
That is our Brisk Autumn Breeze. I put that in the comments a couple times today, but if anybody did not see that, I can comment it again. The link to the thing. Recently, we have my friend Jason. I don't know if anybody saw in our newsletter, but we have a new addition to our marketing team. He's my friend from school. He's very good at writing, and he's very creative and good at taking pictures and good at doing the things that I tell him to do. And he helped me write the newsletter that you guys just received. And he helped me take pictures of all of Mom's necklaces that we put out that day on Friday, I believe.
Oh, yeah, I'm going to show what I did.
We'll show your necklaces. And we discounted the kit that's on screen right now. the Brisk Autumn Breeze kit. It was at $110, and I believe we discounted it to $90 or $94. So you guys will see. But we discounted that to get rid of the last of that stock. I think there's only a couple left if they haven't sold out already today.
Yeah, it's time to make some money. Time to make some money.
That looks really good so far.
Thank you.
I want to see you do it already.
Okay. I'll do it. One more.
Everybody's like, we've seen you string beads before.
Sorry. You know what? It becomes very meditative. You could just do this for forever, really. I could anyway. My favorite part is mixing the colors. Oh, Clem said, congratulations, Jason Azalea. I love this week's newsletter. Oh, thank you, Clem. They worked hard. All right, so I'm going to leave a tail. And the reason you leave a tail is so that you can add a clasp later. You can always trim it off, but you can't add more when you're done. All right, so here we go. This is the first knot. It's just a simple overhand knot. And then you push everything down so you can have a little bit of space to move. Okay, so here you go. One knot, pull tight. Pull that tight. All right, just like that. Sherry says you could do a split screen and have Azalea selling. Oh, I don't know if it's too like.
We'll have to add a third camera then.
Yeah.
Or we can actually, never mind, we have this one not active right now. We can just move it.
Yeah.
But what would I be?
She's crocheting right now.
Well, what would I be selling at the same time as the demo if we already have the one thing that we're showing right now?
Yeah, we're selling this, so it's pretty good.
Works out.
Hello, Dorothy. Welcome. So there's one. Okay, so we're going to leave a little space. I don't know how much space, but if you want them to have exactly the amount of space, that's when these guys will come in handy. We'll leave them there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make the knot, and I'm getting down to where I'm going to guide it to the spot. You could take an awl, or you could do the tweezers, and you can kind of move it around where you want it to go, right? So you can kind of wiggle it around to get it to where you need it. So you can look at it, and as you get to the point where you want it to stay, the weight of the beads is kind of dragging it the other direction. Put it right here. Robin said, can you walk us through how you wrap the thread around your fingers? Sure. So I'm going to do this while I have it going, and then I'm going to do it again. So I think that that's a good spot. The next one is this smaller bead. So you could do different lengths like I did here. I did different amounts of thread between. If you wanted to make them exactly the same, you could have a ruler up here and you could just set it down and put it like this and have your amount that you want. Like say you wanted an inch. You could get that and then slide your tweezers out as you go, as you move it. So I have that, and then I'm just going to tighten that loop, and it's placed where I want it. So then do that, tighten, and then move this way and tighten. Okay, then move the next one down. I'm going to show this in slow-mo. Anne's asking where I got these tweezers. You know what? These are from a watch company. I will look up the brand. Oh, Sherry says you can cut up pieces of straw to butt the knot up against. Yes, I've seen that with coffee stirrers. Yes, Jillian, this is Ceylon or Eslon. It's all nylon. This project specifically would be fantastic to use silk, because then you have that thick silk. You could easily show the color. This has a double color, because I use two different colors of Ceylon or Eslon. Doesn't matter, it's the same thing, it's just branding. All right, so to do the knot, I'm pinching, it's like its little head. The bead is like a little head, and I'm pinching its neck. So flip your hand over.
Pinching its neck.
Grab this with your other left hand. Make some more space. Flip, and then put that thing through the hole. And you bring everything out. And then I use my thumb to hold it in place, so it's not going to be like, it's not free floating. Never are my knots free floating. I use my other thumb to hold it in place, and when it's like this, you see how I'm using my thumb to keep it in position? Then I separate the legs of the thread here to two, and then pull apart, just like that. Boom, and it's tight. You want to make sure you do very tight, nice and tight. There, pretty simple. All right, so the next one, I'm gonna leave about this much space. Doesn't matter if I hold it here or there. You just want to grab this, flip to make a loop, tuck through, and then see how my thumb is holding it. There's no free floating. Now at this point you can bring your tweezers in, and then you can kind of decide where you want it and use the tweezers to guide it into position. It's kind of another same size of bead. Let's move that out of the way. So that's the size I'm looking to put in. I can have it waiting in the wings here to decide where I want it. You can even make it that close or even closer. We could do a little bit closer. Why not? Let's see what that looks like. And then to make sure it doesn't go anywhere, I had to slide that out, but you could go in there a little bit and all would work. And just tighten into position. Slide that out. And then you have your knot. Tighten it up. I separate it, give it a little tug, slide it down. There you go. It's not exactly the same amount of space. That's okay. If you want them to be identical, get a ruler and put it here. Or like in the comments, I see Robin saying that they used a coffee stir, and you cut those up and you just slice them in the middle and then tuck it in there, and then the bead won't go farther. Does the coffee stir have a technique? No, that's just, I don't know what you call that. Coffee stir technique? Tube technique? I learned a bunch of knot techniques from a friend of mine from China that used different knots that way. Okay. Same thing. Just one across. Tighten. Pull tight. If you're talking about this knotting, this is, I should call it the Cynthia Thornton method for knotting. Greengirlstudios method. I looked all over the internet trying to find a way to avoid having to pre-cut my thread, because in times past, the way I learned was to use a pearl knotting tool, and I hate using that tool. And then someone was like, oh, just use an awl. I equally hated that.
Yeah, equally hated.
I just avoided knotting. I loved the look, but I didn't like to knot because I don't like the pre-cutting and then having to do all this math. And my math, I guess, was never very accurate. So what I like to do is kind of slide that up and see what it looks like. Maybe a little closer. Let's see. You can do it like this. That'd be kind of interesting. We'll see. So you can see I don't use the awl very often. It comes into play if I have smaller beads. I feel like it's good for smaller beads. Okay. Looks pretty good. Kathy's asking if we have any bird toggles. We didn't make any this week. We've been catching up on all the stuff from all the orders that we had from
before and during Fresno.
Because we were gone for 2 weeks, and so we did not really have anyone here to help us with getting the orders done.
Dad
Maybe
was
if,
making the beads, but nobody was filling the orders really, except for maybe him filling wholesale orders.
Maybe if Jason wants to learn that when we leave town, they can. We're already giving him lots to do.
He loves being here, so I'm sure that.
Perfect.
Good.
Lisa says Azalea uses a tapestry needle instead of an awl. Yeah, that works.
Oh yeah, because I didn't have I couldn't
awl?
find my awl, and I had a tapestry needle on the edge of the desk. And I basically, like, if I was making my knots, I didn't have the same technique down as Mom. It was just my practice, because she does the thing where she wraps it around her fingers, and I can't figure that out yet. So I just turned the knot so then you had the big loop, and then I stuck my tapestry needle in and used the needle to slide the knot towards the bead, and then I did the same thing where she opens up the two threads and spreads them apart so it tightens the knot against the bead, and that's how I made my whole 48-inch necklace that I made of a bunch of fancy beads that I wear all the time. With an awl. Or not with an awl, but with a tapestry needle.
Kalite, I saw that, but that video you're talking about, that was after mine. They learned from me. I promise you, I tore the internet up looking. Sharia's sewing needle would work. Pretty much anything that's got a point on it would work. Unfortunately, I did not make a YouTube video first, so.
Who said what now?
Kalite said she saw. I know I saw the video, but my live was first. I checked it. Claim it.
Claim it.
I did claim it just now.
Good.
T-pin, pretty much anything can work. Anything pointy. But you know what? You can see me not having to use it, so it's not what they say. It's no necesito, no need it. But you might need it. So
sometimes you need it if you make a mistake.
I have my awl or my tweezers right here, so in
Mom's
case
technique is more airplane friendly than mine for sure, because they don't let you bring a tapestry needle or an awl on the plane. If you want to do any knotting on the plane, if they find something like that in there, they're not going to want you to have it. That's for sure.
Okay, so let's see. I was looking at comments. So there you go. This is pretty good, but you know, a lot of these knotting techniques, they're still time consuming to knot. I mean, of course, if you use Softlex or something, you can, stringing is faster than knotting for sure. Knotting gives you a better drape, and it just looks pretty. Now, I've done this same technique with,
isn't it?
Crimps. So you could take a crimp and you flatten them on either side, and they used to do that for, I think they called that the tin cup or invisible floating necklace, illusion necklace.
Well, isn't for stringing though, if your necklace, if you just string it and the crimp ever breaks or gets bent, your whole necklace would probably unravel off of your neck, wouldn't it?
Well, it's not. The reason that the knotting people use it is because they developed it for pearls. If it does break, you lose one rather than all of them. So if you have very expensive Tahitian pearls, it's worth it to sit down and do that, because you don't want if something happens and I don't know, someone could come along and I don't know what would happen. Say it got hung on a doorknob and you had a great long strand. It's reminding me of an Edward Gorey. There's an Edward Gorey comic. What do you call it? Image. Story of this lady. It was called The Emerald Beads. And her beads broke and they went everywhere. And I was like, see, had she had it knotted, that wouldn't have even happened. Oh, thank you, Tina says. I love the spacing. Thank you. And then Lisa says, is it considered cheating if you just string? No, it's not. Just string it if you want to string it. But if you do that, then I would suggest doing a smaller bead. You could get away with seed beads or kind of a neutral color, and it would look like thread. I have some really beautiful brass tube beads that would look killer in between.
Oh, now that you've shown your technique quite a bit, we should show off our newest kit.
Oh, Zelia's ready. She's like, are you done yet?
50 minutes.
Oh, sorry. I was busy doing the talk of this beautiful design. What do y'all think of this? Do you like this? It's kind of it's spaced knotting.
I think it looks pretty.
Yeah,
It's
it
like
is
any
pretty.
other knotted necklace, but it has more space to drape.
Drapey look. It's if you have, especially if you want to use a color of thread that's interesting,
You can really see it then.
you can really see it. I would think of this as something to really show your beads. Say if you had something extra fancy, like my opals, they have too small of a hole to do this, but you know, that's the love of it. Yes, June says shows off the individual beads better. That's true. Dorothy says you're using double strands. Yes, this is 2 strands. I use 2 strands so that it's easier to make those knots like this. You can't do that with the single strand. You can knot this way with you can string them first, of course, but it doesn't seem to have the same strength, and it's easier to make a gap when you have a single strand, I've found, and that's including with using a tool.
All right, let's show the kit now.
All right, Azalea, she's
enough.
like, you've demoed this long enough.
1 hour.
I've demoed this for about almost an hour showing
Makes
this.
me sound like a sourpuss online, but we do have to keep our stuff within a certain amount of time or else it starts to get tired.
And by it, you mean you.
And you. You also.
Oh, my
You're the
throat
one doing all the
starts to
talking.
Get, a little, how you say, sore.
All right, put it up. Let's show the next part.
Okay. But
Come on.
One more.
Come on.
Okay.
Gotta get in there.
Okay.
Mm.
Okay. All right. So that's how you do this part. And that's my constellation. And another good thing about this is that you don't use that many, you're not using as many beads. That's the other thing. As I was like, all right, you've shown that long enough. All right, I'm going to bulldoze these out of the way. All right, so this is the next kit. Azalea put this together today. This is her delightful kit she put together. You guys are going to love it. Oh, Clem says, researching the Tucson Gem Show and seeing that it's 2 weeks long and 1 weekend long. Which is it? Clem, I'm glad you asked. That is the Tucson show. They say it's show. It's actually like 50 shows going on.
I think they have 84 now.
Oh, there might be 84.
That's what I saw, at least in that. When we went to the Pueblo, you know how they have those great big thick magazines?
Mm-hmm.
That's what that said, is that there were like 84. So
there's a lot in here.
Hefty.
So we figured it out. If you bought this retail and went to a gem show and picked all this stuff out, what did we say it was going to come to? Where is it at on the thing?
It came to 82, but we have it at 68.
Yes. So what we have here,
I'm going to zoom in.
A variety of very good quality, top quality citrine. None of this is none of the gemstones are dyed. These pearls are treated. These are the ones from our friend Joanne, or her uncle. And we did an experiment to see if this would bleed off onto clothes. And I could not shift this color off for love or money. There's nothing I could use on it to get that color to come off. Because I thought, oh, maybe I'll experiment and see.
They're vintage, aren't they?
They're old. And they're from the early 80s.
Then that's definitely
that's
some
vintage.
Strong color to keep.
Yeah, it does not come off. That's usually the worry when you have something that's dyed. This is not coming off. It's not going anywhere. They're well drilled. That's the other thing that's nice. They're well drilled. They have a good sheen. So they're a very beautiful peach. So there is in this peach moonstone. See if how close I can go.
I can. I have what I put in there right now. There is some tiny citrine, which is the bright yellow here. There's peach moonstone, which is right. Which
That's
is that
peach.
small. Yeah. Then you have some sunstone, smooth round. Probably around 3 or 4 millimeter.
Those are
you
the
have these tiny dark red and dark orange ones is multicolored carnelian, and then I called them on the listing description. We have 2 different kinds of the rice pearls. They're both peach color, but one of them is more like potato shape, and it's drilled from the top to the bottom, and the other one is like I called it the rice pearl shape, where it was drilled at the top all across. So we have 2 different types of those.
Clem is asking, would micro Ceylon fit through those holes in the teeny beads?
That's the idea.
Oh,
we forgot to tell them. In the kit.
Oh, yeah.
In this kit that's listed on the website, it comes with this. So that goes with it. Let's try to string some right now.
You have, yeah, they'll fit. They'll absolutely fit. Go put some Ceylon, or go put some freight check on it. Here, I'll do it right now. So this is what you do. Clem, if you want to go to Tucson, you should just come with us. Just come with us, Clem. We'll have a good time. So here's what you do. Put this business on. This is the micro fine cord. Okay. I'm just going to do a little bit. Okay, do that. Actually, I have one already done. What am I doing? Like a goofy.
Like a goofy. Well, the one you have already done is way thicker.
No, I have another one done.
Oh.
I did have another one done. Let me see. Where to go? I store projects going like this. That's how I store them. Let me see. Where's one that's done? Where is one that's done? All right, here we go. Is this the micro? I believe this is the micro. Here's the tiniest one in there. I'm going to trim that off. Where are my optimizers? I told Jen from Cherry Tree, I said, you know what I need to do? I need to have them permanently affixed to my face so that I'm never without them. Am I in the frame?
Yes.
Okay, where to go?
There you go.
Sometimes I'll do this too. Get in there.
Tiny beads are always difficult. But they look so good. They're the sugar sprinkle. They're so worth it.
They are worth it. And this is why my necklaces are expensive, because this is why they take a long time to thread, but they will fit on there. So they have this kind of drill. We have potato drill. We have these little transparent ones that are, let's see, I want one of those. The sunstone is extra sparkly.
I know, I like that. I like how sunstone looks like it's got gold foil in there.
Little rainbows. Like glitter. Yeah, it does take me some concentration to see the little holes. I gotta look at them.
How about
line them up? Line them up.
My eyes are still young and tender.
My eyes, when I have optivisors on, it's their normal size. Okay, get on there, you.
2 stringing demos and 1
All right,
live.
So there you go. Donna, she's here, my friend. I wanted to show you my necklace. So see, they all fit. I got one of each on there. Look, here's the good part. Here's how you can see that they are drilled all well. See, they're just spinning on there. And then if you line them up and nobody's kind of cockeyed, like where it's like this, they're drilled straight through. They're machine drilled. Yes, I will do that. I will make that. So usually what I do is this is stiffened up with fray check, let it sit 10 minutes or so, and then I line them up, and then I just run around like this and go on the side, and that seems to work pretty well. Or you could pick them up and then aim them like this. That works pretty good too. I know, isn't that crazy? These have a nice, if you can believe it, they have a bigger hole than some of my other necklaces. Like, I was working on this one right here. Check this one out. It's not done yet. Isn't this pretty? This is the same size, a little bit smaller. So these are all like sapphires and different things, all in the same sizes that I've been showing you. They look small. See, this is the same size. See that? The same size. But once you put the crocheted knots in there, it kind of bulks it up a little bit. Very nice. These are some itty bitty pebbles of dark opal, and they had a very small hole. But look how good they look on this. This is pretty much the best way to use these, I feel. Came out good. If you want to know all the details of how to make these, we have a crochet workshop kit or magical thread. It's 27 pages of information. I'm working on getting that video. It'll just email. If you ordered it, you'll get it emailed to you. There's a couple that I'm working on. They just need a clasp. All right, so this is that kit. What did you call it again, honey?
Mermaid's Treasure.
Mermaid Treasure. It's kind of corally colors, but with pearls.
And it kind of looks a little bit gold. So it's got gold, like and coral. And where would a mermaid keep her treasure?
That's true.
Probably in the coral forest.
So there's quite a bit in there. And you get some Ceylon to go with it. We picked out a nice charcoal. I love it with it. It doesn't look like it would match, but this is a dark charcoal. It's not quite black. It's softer. In this light, you can kind of see it's like more neutral.
You guys keep putting in entries for #gift. We currently have 32 entries. Keep commenting it.
Yeah, there's 71 people watching, and if you don't enter it, then
oh, this is Jermaine. There's a link right above your comment for it. The Mermaid Treasure Kit.
Hey, Jermaine, you won last week's prize. I don't know if you were on. If you saw that.
Oh yeah, we're supposed to do our fanfare today. We'll do that at the end when
we'll do the fanfare. Clem also won.
Well, we'll go do that at the end here.
Yeah, Clem says, when you crochet, do you wrap the thread around the hook in the same direction each time? Let's see.
Yeah, you do. You do yarn over.
Yeah, you just do a yarn over.
Just show them what that is. Yarn over.
Yeah,
There's a whole dispute in the crochet community for amigurumi crochet, debating if you should yarn over or yarn under. But at the end of the day, it all kind of looks the same.
Yeah, I don't know if that really makes any difference.
And Clem,
I'll just show you how I do it.
For the crochet necklace, you're just basically, it's called a crochet, but basically all you're doing is making a chain. And chaining is the easiest when you put the yarn over your hook and not under it, because yarn under to do chain is really difficult because it slips right off.
There's no point.
Yeah, you don't need to do all that. It won't look. It looks. Just do it yarn over like Mom shows.
June, you won too.
We'll do the fanfare.
We'll do it again. We'll do it again.
We have to do it again.
All right. So you make your first loop here. Like this. Where'd my hook go? Here it is. All right. Here we'll do a click.
You will have to take that apart. Because we have.
No, this is not. This is the sapphires. So these are some itty bitty sapphires that I got from our friends. So all of this is in your tension. Your hook size doesn't matter. How you hold it doesn't matter. It's in your tension. So you're basically making a chain. I'll hold it down here for a second to get started. So it's not sliding all over. So I just looped one. Okay. Grab. See, it doesn't matter if you go this way. I think it's easier to go this way. See, pull through, tighten. You're not going to put any other stitches through there, so the hook size doesn't matter because we're doing this. So next, pick it up, drag it through, tighten. And then see how my fingers are holding this? This provides my tension right here. Grab it, pull through, tighten. Grab, tighten. It's easier to show when you have a little bit bigger thread. I don't know if you can see that very well. To add the bead, slide one down, grab the thread, tighten it, slide one down, and remember you don't have to, like I did 3 or 4 stitches there. I often don't count how many I'm doing. I just look at it, and if it looks good, I add another one. Or if I want more space between each bead, sometimes you want to air them out. Give them a little space. Sometimes you want them real close together like this, one after another. It gives you a nice like textural difference. Okay, so that's that. See that? These are some high quality sapphires, and I have some that I'm going to share with you this evening. So I usually pick out the best that I can find, best that I can afford. Obviously, sapphires, rubies, and the like are, they're judged on clarity, cut, and color. So number one is the color of it. The clarity is the transparency. If it's really clear and transparent, they're going to cost more. The cut is the next thing. If the cut is beautiful and sparkly, it's going to cost more. If it's kind of like rough, they're going to be cheaper. So that just keep you in mind of like how gemstones are priced. They're considered semi-precious, but this style is leaning more towards the precious type. So here's how I'll usually pull this and put one of these things. Let me see. Kate gave me this. Put that on there. And then I do one of these numbers like this. This is so I can save it for later. There you go. Jermaine says, my beads start to twist when I crochet. Is that a tension issue? Listen, that's just, they kind of do a twist. It's a natural thing because you're making a chain. And I believe like when you do macrame, you get kind of a twist. Unless you're changing direction, you're going to get a slight spiral. What I like to do with that is I like to sort of stretch out my necklaces.
Let's do the last bit of the lot sale.
Okay, we'll do that. So I'm going to put these back in.
Those are
so just so sharp tweezers. Look how many you get in there. You will get, like, I would easily say, 4 necklaces, if not more. That's a lot. I take one of these with me. My kit has like 3 of these in it. I showed it a couple, I don't know, last week or something. And plenty to make necklaces, earrings. You don't have to use it for a crochet kit, but that's just what I have designed this for, or I should say what Azalea designed it for. All right, where am I?
Where's your other charger?
Here, pass me the. Pass it.
That's not what this is for. I need your other charger so I can plug into this.
My other charger? What kind of charger?
You know this kind that has the USB? Because right now these two are taking up the 2 charging ports for the computer. And if we have another plug for the phone, then we can plug this in here and plug that into this. This is exactly what we had going on last week. Or on Wednesday or whatever we had. It's fine. You don't have to deal with it. Keep showing.
All right. So we showed that kit. What is left?
The lots.
Oh, duh.
Yep.
All right. So I was just talking about sapphires. I might as well show, get all this stuff out of the way. This is that kit. I don't know what that one is called, Mermaid Treasure. So I've been saving these for later. This is lot 298. These are sapphires. This is ruby. This is emerald. This is padparasha right here. That delightful orange. There's never much padparasha on a strand. Never a lot of it. So I bought these a few years ago. Now, if you tried to buy that at $135, you will not be able to find it because these are, look at the color for $135. I mean, seriously. What I was doing with this, I've sold the ones I made. I don't have time to do this, but I pull everything off and I pull them into piles. I'll say, okay, when I cut it, you don't have to do this. You can just wear it because it has a little silver clasp on it. But what I did with mine is I pulled them off and I put this in a pile and I put this color in a pile and I color shifted it all the way around so that the pink and orange shifted. And then I resold it. I resold them. And I did not sell it for $135. I sold them for like $240, $250. And I put on it one of my clasps and they all sold. Just so you know. So that's $298 for this item. Let me see how many I have of those. How long is the strand? I believe this is, let me see if I got my, see if I can find my, hey, do you have that measuring tape over there? Oh, here it is. If it were a snake, it'd bit me.
I'll gather up the lots at the end when I can get on the document. But we'll still be able to get the comments.
So about 16 inches, a little maybe 15. Yeah, Terry.
That is so pretty.
I might have more in a higher, bigger strand, but they won't be 135 because these are priced by weight. So that's how those are. This actually had padparasha. I was pretty surprised, and this is the most valuable right there. Is right here. That's the most. This section, because that's the most rare part of it. All right, let's see. Put that down. So I had a little bit of this left from my necklace making. This is iolite or sunstone in iolite. This is lot 300. It's $14 for a small mini strand. I think it's about 24 or 28 beads on there. And they call it that because the sunstone grows along with the iolite. So in certain light, you get flashes of sort of a neat kind of like a yellow inside that purple. It's a really cool looking bead. So that's lot 300. It's $14. It's really beautiful. They're really sparkly.
Did you show this first?
No, I didn't.
All right, that's the last thing, I think.
Yeah, so I've used this on my necklaces many times. I bought the full hank, and I love it because you know what? It goes with a lot. You can put this with labradorite. You could put this with garnet. You could put it with a lot of things, and they add that kind of mysterious sparkle to your pieces. So you get a good range of that dark indigo all the way down to this kind of fluffy, sort of peachy blue color. It's really pretty. So that's lot 300. I have, let me see how many I have. I have 9 of them if you're interested. I have 9 strands of this. And then I think I have some of my own personal collection, but I don't know if it's not strung up. I'm going to keep it. I kept most of it. I put this on beige color thread, kind of a brown, and I put it with, this is my favorite to put it with, is this. It looks awesome on this. I sold all the necklaces that I put with it. And this has a big hole too. So it's all good. All right, the last thing is another thing of sapphires. Another thing of sapphires. I don't have any more of this. I only have, let's see, I only have 8 of these. So that's it on this. I might be able to get more. My friend Ruhi, she tries to make sure that the people she gets her stones from have a good wage and that they have like nice circumstances, if that makes sense. 'Cause sometimes it's, you don't know where you're getting them from, but my friend goes to the mines and checks them out. She learned from her dad, Tani, and he was a very, very well respected dealer in the bead world for many decades. I met him when I was Azalea's age, and I've been buying from that family for since now. So this is from the Tunduru River Basin. This is sapphire. It is naturally this color. And there's only a few places that can get this because it's under, if you can believe it, it's under armed guard 24 hours a day. The river washes up these little pebbles. And I have pebbles that are this is in my, I only have a few of them left now because I use them in my crochet necklaces. But these have an incredible sparkle to them. And this price is fairly awesome. I don't know if I have, this is it of what I have. So if you're interested, now's the time because they don't usually cut this in and make beads out of it. What's usually made with this is like calves and faceted things for rings. So this is lot $2.99. It's $26. Isn't that beautiful? You get a little bit of that padparasha color, and they are naturally that sort of I don't know, that kind of super shiny. That's because it has what they call a hard sparkle. You don't get a hard sparkle. This is the difference. So iolite, right? This is kind of a soft sparkle, right? Check it with something that's a sapphire. You can see the difference. I don't know if you can tell from this lighting. You see the difference in that sparkle?
Very nice.
Very nice. So that is lot $2.99. I only have 8. So I can find more, maybe not. I don't know. I know that I don't have any in my personal collection. So this is what I have. Lot 300 for this is $14 for this iolite in sunstone. Very beautiful. It has those flecks just like imperial topaz. So it has a little bit of like that kind of Picasso color. Pretty crazy about them.
Very nice.
All right.
All
so
right. Now we need to do, I'm going to write all that stuff down at the end. What we're going to do next is we're going to draw for the giveaway. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to zoom out first because it's too close. All right. And then I'm going to share my screen. I don't know if y'all can see this good. Hashtag gift. We have 38 entries. We're going to draw to see who wins. I want to see it.
Let me see what comments are happening. You can't see it?
You have to see it here. You're going to see it here. All right, guys.
Is it showing up?
Probably.
They do that fake out at the end.
Rosie Portillo.
If you
won the giveaway.
You won the giveaway. Yay!
Yippee!
Yeah, awesome. Don't you love winning something?
Yeah, that's the gift right here.
That's your gift.
So right here, real quick, I'm going to take
a customer of ours, then you don't have to worry.
All right, Rosie.
We will just send it to you.
Yeah, here, let me tell them. All right, Rosie, if you're still here, which I'm hoping that you are, and if you've bought from us before, you should be good. But if not, we might not have your information. So if you've never bought from us before, send us an email at the top so we can send you your giveaway. Thank you, everybody, for joining us for this.
Did you tell everybody about who won last time?
We're doing that next.
Azalea's going to say
I'm organized. All right.
She is organized.
All right, you guys, here's what's going to happen. I'm going to switch us over to...
This is the gift, but you know what? They have a sapphire in it. This one didn't have a sapphire because I didn't put one in. The ones with the sapphire are in the tumbler, so they're not ready. So the winners from our...
We're going to do it where we're going to turn it to our face. Right?
Are you ready for that? Are we done?
We don't have anything else. We have to announce this, and then we're done.
Okay.
Okay, move your phone over. Actually, no, don't move it yet. Let me switch it. Hold on. Technology, y'all. Just 1 second. Sorry.
Well, while you're doing that, I guess I can just keep on beating.
No, you're not doing that.
Switch it over.
Stop eating. Why are you so fast? Move that over.
All right,
Okay, guys.
friends. Azalea just wanted to make sure, because when I announced it, she was not impressed with
It was my birthday,
with
so I
my
wasn't in here.
fanfare. She was not impressed at all.
I don't know what happened to my book and everything.
That was in my book.
Nope, it was in mine.
That was in my book.
Are you sure?
Yep,
Perfect.
in the dot book.
It's right here.
Go
We're
back to
always
the
running
go back
around,
to
y'all.
the other page so that
Why
we
would
can.
we do? I don't think it's in here.
So I want to see the comments.
This doesn't look like it's in here, Mama. You want to go back to seeing people? Okay, you guys, we'll switch it. Just let me do it. You don't. Come on now. Sorry, Mama. I switch it faster. Now scoot it over.
What?
The camera. There you go. Now you can show people a little bit longer. And while I go find out where this thing was, because I don't know what happened to it, why it got moved. We are never prepared, y'all.
Yeah, we are. Sometimes we're prepared. I was prepared with everything else. Oh. She was eating cake. Greg made her a delightful cream cheese covered carrot cake. That was what she asked for. Nancy wants to see the list. Azalea didn't make the list yet.
Yeah, the list has not happened yet because the angle that we're at with our technology, I can't get in there to go type it up without Jocelyn. So I have to go hurry up real quick to see if I can find what I'm looking for.
Is it in this book? No? Too many notebooks. I love that Euparate. I'm glad there's some of that on there. I put a little bit of that. Dragging them all through. So we were talking about the Asheville trip. Does anyone know if they would be interested in coming to Asheville for a retreat?
All right, we can switch it up now because people are going to want to see us when we announce it.
Nancy wants to see the list.
I don't have a list. I'm sorry, friends. I haven't written it yet. I have to go back through the comments and write everything down as I see it.
They're time stamped.
Hello. All right, they're not looking at your hands anymore. Hi, friends. Okay, I have my list finally because I brought my notebook upstairs and forgot that I did this. And it has all of our winners from our competition. So, for our Enchanted Forest, what do we call that? The
one with the deer.
Well, I know what it was, but what is the word for that? Enchanted Forest, section, I guess, of the competition. Our winner was June Fujimoto. Yippee! Yay! June wins. What were the prizes again?
It was
we wanted to do those. Oh, those little silver things. Huh?
I'm going to send each one. I'm going to send 6 of them because we had so many people.
Oh, we had an honorable mention at the end. For our Candy Kingdom was Jermaine, our one and only Jermaine. Yay! That was our next winner. We got these by going through our group and looking at the different selections that people put in. And their
comments.
The comments and the likes. We didn't count comments. We counted the interactions, like the likes and the hearts and the reactions that you put on posts on Facebook. So that's how we found these winners. Is we went through the posts of each person that their entry, what they were entering into, and then we tallied all of those up, and whoever got the most of each section won that particular part. Next, for our moon magic, that's had our moon clasp and our moon face, was Lynn Rossi. Yay!
Lynn, you get one of my sapphire encrusted, maybe encrusted's not the right word.
Encrusted.
Captured charm. That's new, silver. You can make an earring or a pendant.
For our spring fling section, with all of our links of our flower links that were pewter, we have Clem. Yay!
Good job, Clem.
Clem went and painted all their flowers, and I was very impressed and delighted with that.
Yes, me too. And everyone else was too by looking at the amount of likes. So that's awesome. Good job, everyone. You all did so good.
You guys did do so good. For our miscellaneous section, which was, making something with any one of our kits, our winner was Donna Conklin.
Yay! Donna, good job. Good job.
Very good job. And then lastly, our honorable mention, who did not get any of the specific sections, but still did very, very well with their entries. We have Carrie Arase.
Yay! Good job, Carrie. You had a ton of entries, and they were all wonderful to look at. We had.
That's why you get an honorable mention, because we couldn't figure out which one you should be in. So we thought, you know what? She gets that sixth honorable mention.
Like 50 entries.
I know, it was good.
It was good.
All right, well, we did our lot sales, we did our giveaway, and we announced all of our winners for our competition.
All right, friends. So we will see you on Wednesday. And this is the golden, what's this called? I've been demoing on our kit.
Brisk Autumn Breeze.
Brisk Autumn Breeze. And if you're interested in any of the items that we showed in our live sale, just message. If you're watching on replay, message at our Greengirlstudios at Yahoo, and I'll let you know if we have any left. All right. Thank you, my friends. And we will see you on Wednesday and next Sunday. We love you out there, and we hope you are very creative all the rest of this week.
Good night, everybody.
Okay,
thank you.